Hey y'all, and welcome back to Easy Nails. Today I'm going to show you guys how I infill a gel set on my nails, and I'm going to go in depth in filing and how to do an infill or a fill or a rebalance on gel nails. These are oval gel nails, you guys. And what I do here is I'm going in with a medium ceramic carbide bit. This one does not have a safety bit on it, which means that the edge is sharp. So just be careful when you're going around your cuticle area and skin not to touch it because it will cut your skin. I do believe I got this in a set of bits from Amazon. So, and it's pretty old, so I would say it's probably about a medium to a fine grit now. So first thing that I'm doing, you guys, is I'm going in around the cuticle area, not touching the new growth, and then I'm going in a downward direction across the nail, and I'm just taking off any excess bulk, the top coat that was on there. And yeah, not too much. I'm just taking off a little bit of the excess, any of the top coat, and I am taking off any areas of the nail that was lifted. I didn't really have too much lifting on this nail set, so I'm going to be doing this to all the nails, and I'm also doing this with my non-dominant hand. So when I'm working with my non-dominant hand, this is my left hand working on my right hand. I like to lean my hand down on the table. I find that that helps me a lot with traction. And I also like just to stabilize the bit in my hand and move the right hand, if that makes sense. So I'm moving the hand with the drill less than I usually do. I'm trying to keep it pretty stable, and then I like to move the other hand, and if I do move it, it's like very controlled up and down motions. And I find holding it like this, like you guys see here with my thumb out, helps me control it much more when I'm working with my non-dominant hand. You guys can see the e-file that I'm using here is a BTR box. I really like it. I got the Melody Susie one at first, but for some reason it made my bits get really hot quickly. So I got this one instead, and I really like it. I had it for a few months now, and it's working really well. I am moving. Also, I wanted to mention that I am moving in reverse because I am using my left hand, or maybe I am moving in forward. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm on a speed of, it looks like I am moving in reverse. It has a forward reverse in there. I am a speed at 11,000 RPMs, and originally I did just go up and down the nail, and I'm going now side to side on the nail. I'm just shimming that nail from side to side. Again, I am moving more so I am moving more the hand that is being filed. So in this case, because I'm using my non-dominant hand, I am moving the right hand instead of having to move the file so much. And I found that this really helps. And if I do need to move the file, I'm moving in really controlled motions. And the way that I'm holding the file, I found helps me a lot to control it further. Yeah, so I'm doing this on all the nails. This is the first step. When I'm rebalancing, again, these are gel oval nails, and I'm working with my non-dominant hand. And this is how I do an infill. I will be doing an infill today with polygel from 2B Glam. It is HEMA-free polygel. If anybody is interested, I will be doing this infill with polygel, and I will be using their dual forms as well. I really like their dual forms. I know a lot of dual forms have like curve in them, and I don't like a curve in my nail. I like them to be pretty straight. So their dual forms do not have a curve, but they have enough of a curve in the apex area to give your nail strength. So I really recommend them if you guys have not looked into their dual forms. And also their polygel is HEMA free, which is really hard to find. So I do recommend their polygel as well, and they're also really affordable. So what I'm doing now is I am going in on my e-file at a speed of around 5, and I took a fine sanding band, and what I didn't go directly on the new growth. I went just above it, kind of to flatten that area where the product meets the nail. And you want to do that, first of all, to take off any lifting, and it just makes the transition smoother when you're infilling your product. And then I lowered the speed to about a 3, and I went over the natural nail with the fine sanding band at around a 3. So now I'm just fitting on these dual forms. You want to make sure that it fits from sidewall to sidewall. And I've never done this before, but I found it really, really efficient and a quick way to infill the nails using the dual forms. I didn't apply the polygel to the whole dual form. What I did is I put a dot of polygel on my nail, and then I basically used the dual form as a tool, kind of like the brush, like you would the brush, to flatten down the polygel and mold it right into that new growth area. I thought it was really cool. It like made the perfect mold with the apex and everything. So it kind of took away the stress work of having to place the apex in the perfect location, because the dual form is already formed in a way that where the apex needs to be. So you don't really have to deal with that when you are rebalancing your nails if you use dual forms. The only thing is that after I took them off, there was a bit of like an empty space or like a ledge where the rest of the nail was on top, but that came off in finish filing. So I do recommend using this method. I just wanted to mention that. Another thing, you guys, is I'm clearing out my nail stuff. I have a lot of nail supplies that honestly I'm not using so much, as much as I used to. Most of them are slightly used, almost new. So if you guys are interested in that, if it wouldn't bother you that some of the products are slightly used, please let me know, because I don't just want to throw them away. There's still a lot of product in there. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. I probably will break it up into multiple giveaways that I will announce here on my channel in my videos. So make sure you guys are subscribed for the giveaways. Yeah, so let me know if you guys are interested in that. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm so sorry I haven't posted in a while. Yeah, it's just been really crazy and hectic around here. But yeah, so here I'm not even using rubbing alcohol. You guys can see I'm going in with the dual form, and I'm kind of pressing it on the nail. I kind of press harder in the middle section just to help the polygel move, but it really was cool because it formed the apex and rebalanced the nail for the infill for me, so I didn't really have to struggle with that. It was really cool, and you could kind of like lift it up and go back on the nail, if that makes sense, like I'm doing here, if it leaked, if you put too much. I found with this method less is more, so you want to make sure you put a little bit less than what you would think. And I'm pressing down here just in the middle of the nail to ensure that it is really stuck on the nail. Again, there was like a little ledge, like you could see in between the polygel and the nail, in the middle of the nail, but all of that filed off when I was finished filing. So I'm just going to be doing this to all the nails, and then I'm going to cure it in my lamp. And let me know, you guys, if you've experienced this. The lamp that I have is pretty new. It's a Madame Glam lamp, and I've had it for a few months, but I feel like it's not curing my products properly. I don't feel like sometimes they're still a little bit uncured. My top gels are less shiny than they used to be. So let me know if you guys have experienced this with your lamps. I don't know if that means it's time to get a new one or not. So let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And what's great about this method is you can recycle your dual forms if you're only using them on yourself. So I thought that that was a really cool thing. So I'm showing you guys in depth how I file here. Again, this is using my non-dominant hand. So I find that the key for me, at least, is to not so much move around the left hand as I would like I'm usually filing with my right hand, but I move around the non-dominant hand more, and I kind of just hold the file steady there, and I move the non-dominant hand, the left hand, exactly where I need it to be. I really like this half moon shaped file. You can get these from Amazon. This one is from Nail Supply Glamour. They're also pretty affordable, but I do believe that Penna has really good files. And they come in a pack. You guys can get them on Amazon. So the first thing that I did was I went around the cuticle area, and I just made sure that that was smooth from the middle to the sides of the nail. And then after that, I kind of go in a C-shaped motion. So I do the sides of the nail first, and then the middle, and then the other side. So like a C-shaped, because you don't want your nails to be flat. So I'm doing the same thing here, just with my e-file. I used a fine sanding band, and then I did switch to this 5-in-1. This is a 5-in-1 bit from Pana. I do believe it's a medium, but it's fairly old, so it's probably around a fine now. So I'm just doing this to seal in the cuticle areas. I go around the cuticle areas, again, on a side-to-side motion, like a C-shaped around the perimeter of the nail. And then I like to go up and down on the nails as well. Again, moving from one side, middle, and then the other side. I'm just moving it with my hand. I hope that makes sense, you guys. And then I do like to, so you can see I'm going to get the cuticle first. And then I go from one side, the other side, one side, the middle, and then the other side. I hope that makes sense. I'm basically trying to make my nails even by doing that and more rounded. And then, yeah, so I'm going to be doing this to all of the nails. I mostly used my hand file for this set, so I hope this in-depth filing routine helped you guys out a bit. It's usually how I file. So I'm dusting everything off, and then I'm going to be changing my mat here after I finish filing. Now I'm going in with the buffer. This is also from Nail Supply Glamour, and I'm just moving the non-dominant hand back and forth on the buffer to smooth out any deep scratches in the nail before we go in with top coat. And I also found, you guys, in place of the file, if I use a fine sanding band on a fairly low speed, it kind of does the work of the buffer. So let me know if that's something you guys have found effective. I think it's working pretty well for me. So I'm doing this on all the nails, you guys. Yeah, and then I'm going to cleanse them with alcohol, with rubbing alcohol, and then I will go on to polish them. So yeah, I'm going to cleanse these really, really well. I like to use a brush to do this, and I'm making sure all of the dust is off of the nails. You want to make sure you do this, otherwise your top coats will peel. So it's super, super important to do that. And then I am going to be going in with a top coat. I believe I did a French design on these nails, so I am going to be doing that for this set. Okay, you guys, so this is a gel polish kit that I received as PR from Rosalind. I absolutely love their products. They have super, super affordable gel polishes, and they're HEMA-free, which is super hard to find in affordable gel polishes. So I highly recommend them. Also, I love that their gel polishes never get streaky on me. I will be doing an unboxing of this probably in my next video. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. This is number 16. I don't know really if you can buy their gel polishes individually or just in kits. I'm unsure about that, but they are on Amazon if you guys want to look them up. So I am doing this nude color to all of the nails. It's a really, really pretty nude color. It went on really, really smooth, and I was super shocked that I only had to do one coat. So one coat coverage, and the color is really, really beautiful.